There was an article over the weekend that quite quickly was taken down, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, by Meghan Markle. But guess what? I found the article. So let's go through what Meghan Markle does not want you to know. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yes, the Christmas holidays are done and dusted, so now I am back, and whoo! This is a little bit of a doozy, because there was an article that was released in the Times over the weekend last week, and as quickly as it was, published, it was taken down. Whoo! And do you know what I think? I think it was Meghan that took it down. She does not want you guys, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, to see this article. Yeah, I found it. See, when you put things on the internet, it stays there forever. No matter how much you want to take it down, there's always a footprint somewhere, and you're able to find it. Now, this is thanks to the Reddit of r Saint Meghan Markle, feisty_energy_107, providing it here, a large copy of the Times article regarding the departure of Ashley Hansen. Who is Ashley Hansen? Well, she was their PR chief for Archewell. She navigated the Duke's bombshell memoir and a Netflix mockumentary, as I call it, but she's moving on. Source hinting her advice often went unheeded. Yes. So let's go through the article that Megsy does not want you to read. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, right? So let's find out why she may have wanted this article down, because this is fascinating. The article starts off by saying, look, from handling, the consequences, the backlash, the fallout from the mockumentaries and Spare, advising them during Queen Elizabeth's funeral last year, and running Hazard and Meg's PR operation the past 18 months, it's been demanding, stressful, hard probably to say the least, right? But now they are parting ways with their global press secretary, who'll be the 5th senior member of staff to leave the couple in the last year, right? So you've got the sugars, right? And they all jump on when someone leaves the Prince and Princess of Wales, right? Well, guess what? In the past year, 5 senior members of staff have been like, yeah, we're leaving Team Sussex. Bye-bye. So Ashley Hansen is the 5th one. She's been the couple's media chief at the Archewell Foundation since May 2022. And we all know in the last couple of weeks, Archewell Foundation has not been doing very well at all. A drop of $10 million in donation in the past year alone. Yep. Key member of their team, she's overseen their public relations strategy for several of their most high-profile moments since, Megxit and they moved to the US. She also accompanied and advised the couple in the UK last September during the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. She's an American of Iranian heritage, but she's not leaving Archewell for another role. It's not like she's found another role and she's leaving. No, it seems like she's that desperate. Don't matter. She hasn't got another role. No. It feels like she's that desperate she needs to leave. A source saying, quote, Ashley has been putting the feelers out for doing some freelance work on her own. It hasn't worked out with Harry and Meghan. She's really good and highly rated by their team. It's just the clients don't always listen to the advice. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Ben! The clients don't always listen to the advice. Oh my goodness. Wow. No wonder, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Megsy wanted this article down. Whoo! So the appointment of Hansen, who's a film studies graduate with more than over 10 years of public relations and communications experience under her belt, including senior roles at Universal Filmed Entertainment Group, NBC Universal Media, and UTA, saw Hazza and Megzi adopt a more relaxed approach to some media. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. But in the aftermath of announcing that they were leaving the royal family in January 2020 and said they would no longer engage with the British tabloid media, an email sent on behalf of the couple to the editors in April 2020 said that there would be no corroboration and zero engagement from the couple and their media team, and they would no longer respond to inquiries from journalists because, you know, British people, UK, bad. US media, US people, good. So freaking binary and stupid, right? And so Hansen, though, as their communications chief, changed that stance towards a more collaborative approach with some of the publications. We now know at the very least that Hazard does like to speak to Bryony Gordon from The Telegraph, which, by the way, is a UK media outlet. Ka-ching, 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 right? During the Sussex's attendance at this year's Invictus Games in Dusseldorf in September, tabloid journalists were included on a media WhatsApp group with their communications team. They were regularly briefed on the couple's activities and Megzi's outfits and the detail that she did her own hair and makeup whilst in Germany. So thanks to Hansen, she got Hazza and Megzi to open up to the media a little bit more in the best way that she could. Now, at the time of her appointment, she replaced Toya Holness, who was the Sussex's head of communications for 11 months between July 2021 to May 2022, having previously worked as their press secretary and global press secretary. She had also did a stint at the New York Education Department, is now vice president of communications at Activision Blizzard, a video game company based in California. Good luck to her. There's a lot of issues going on in that company, that's for sure. I'm a nerd in so many ways, including gaming, so look, just put that to one side. But Hansen's exit follows several other recent departures from Archewell since its inception in 2020. Earlier this year, you have had Ben Browning, a British Oscar-nominated producer and former internal content head of Archewell Productions. The film and audio content arm of their foundation left his job, together with Farrah Taylor, who led their marketing team. Announcing their departures in January, Hansen said Browning and Taylor had exceeded expectations and made their mark within the cultural zeitgeist. Yeah, that means nothing whatsoever, does it? That's just a lot of word salad, which we all know Megzi likes to partake in a bit of word salad, don't she, right, guys? In December 2022, shortly after the release of the first trailer of their mockumentary, their top aide, Mandana Dayani, an Iranian-born activist and entrepreneur, she resigned from her role as president of Archewell after less than 18 months in the job. Hansen said in a statement of this, a transition was mutually planned with intent for Hazza and Megzi to now take full lead of their company. Yeah, okay. A lot more word salad there. And that same month, you've had Rebecca Sananes. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, apologies. She left her role as head of audio of Archewell, having joined in 2021 of July, when she worked with Megzi on her failed and cancelled Archetype series. And the series, of course, was not renewed, as she and Spotify, along with Prince Hazza, of course, mutually agreed to part ways. Yeah. After which they were then called effing grifters by Bill Simmons, one of the executives of Spotify. Brilliant, right? Which, here you go, there's the next paragraph pretty much explaining that. But in April 2020, Hazza and Megzi appointed Catherine St. Laurent, a Canadian-born mother of two, as their chief of staff and executive director of Archewell. She was former communications chief for Melinda Gates at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and left the following March. Yep. Now, it then goes on to say, look, since the Netflix mockumentary, they've had several PR mishaps. Earlier this month, The Hollywood Reporter included them on the biggest losers of 2023 list. In February, we also had the South Park absolute epic genius episode of satire there, the worldwide privacy tour. In May, they first faced further backlash with their whole New York near catastrophic car chase incident, when Hansen put out a statement on their behalf describing it as such. And, you know, the driver of the taxi in which they briefly travelled said, "I don't think I'd call it a chase." But this is interesting, right? That this article is essentially now blaming Hanson for describing it as a near catastrophic car chase. No, that came from Harry and Meghan. Let's be very, very clear on that. But this is the full article right here that the Times released over the weekend last week that got quickly taken down, which in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, means one thing. Megzi did not like this article. Megzi got this article taken down. She did not want you to see or read this article, but guess what? Found it! Thanks to the Reddit St. Meghan Markle page, and particularly feisty_energy_107. You absolute rock stars. But I'm going to end it with at Royally Sage, at Sage1411. I get a lot of messages when I share some of your tweets, and you're like, oh my goodness, you shared a tweet. So I'm trying to incorporate that a little bit more in my videos here. And yeah, this is in relation to the final paragraph that we've just gone through in that article there. And Royally Sage, I absolutely agree with all of this, says the car chase did not play well with the public, so the Harkles blamed Hanson. The story came from Harry's wife's imagination as she wanted her Diana moment. Even when the police, the mayor, the paps and their own cab driver said it did not happen, the Harkle insisted it did. No PR person would have doubled down or exaggerated this tale. This was at the insistence of a narcissist who wanted to control the narrative and get our sympathy. Hanson is now getting saddled with this story being their fault because it got laughed at and no one believed it. So out of spite, the wife is laying the blame on her, even though Hanson probably told her it was the wrong move to put this out there. That, and I would say she's now getting saddled with this story because she's leaving. So she's an easy fall guy to put this on. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. With that being said, yes, guys, I've just gone through an article that I think Megzi took down and did not want you to read. Now you have. What do you think about it? Before you go, do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, and whatevers. Do make sure that we can make it to 100,000 subscribers so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter, because I'd like to see that, wouldn't you? Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about the banned article that we've just gone through, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters!